Right then, so welcome to class, and today we are going to do an energizing sequence. So we're going to be going through some classic postures, but we're going to put movement into them because yoga doesn't have to be static, where we just stay in a posture. There can also be a bit of movement within them, and that is what we're going to do. So it's going to feel a bit more, a bit more kind of energizing and flowy today. So let's get started. Right. Lovely. So just settling yourself down onto the mat and just taking a few moments just to bring yourself into the space, into the practice, and just becoming aware of your posture and the way that you're sitting on the mat. So that can be across a yoga prop like a bolster or sitting cross-legged on the floor. Either way, just start to feel that contact with the mat through your seat or shins, tops of your feet. Just settling down, bringing yourself to the present moment. And to help us begin our practice, we need to relax the mind muscles. So we're going to think of that imaginary cupboard. And we're going to open up those cupboard doors and we're going to put everything in there. Anything that's bothering you or the busyness of the day, whatever's happened already today and might be happening later, we're not interested in any of that, any of the mind chatter. So put it all in the cupboard, close the doors, and then relax. Take some deep breaths in and out of your nose into that vacated space. Feel that sense of lightness and relief that brings. Now that the mind is fully on board with us, we're going to take our awareness to our body and do a body scan. So bring your focus to your feet and relax the feet completely. And then moving up the legs through the shins, calves, the knees, and the thighs. Whichever way you're sitting, just relax your legs completely. And then just tilting the pelvis slightly forward, just a little, very subtle movement to give you that sense of lift in the chest, lengthening of the spine up towards the ceiling, letting the shoulders drop now. The arms are heavy by your sides, the palms facing down on the thighs. And the head is nice and centered between the shoulders. And the face is relaxed, it's holding no expression. So that's relaxing in the forehead, area around your eyes, and the jaw. And just to make sure that we are fully relaxed, let's just do that body scan really quickly in your mind's eye once more. Start at the feet, work your way up. Releasing any tension you may encounter along the way. Lovely. And now that we're fully relaxed in the body and mind, let's take our awareness to the breath. And you're breathing nice and easy in and out of the nose. So without changing its rhythm or its depth, just bring your mind on that breath flow journey. as it comes into the nose, flows down into the lungs, where it does a turn and comes back out. So for the next few breaths then, enjoying this conscious breathing practice and tuning in to the gentle rise and fall of your chest. And just allowing that practice then to end on the next exhale, and we'll go from here into our warm-up. So you're going to take a breath in, and as you exhale, you're going to drop your chin down towards the chest. And then inhale, taking it away slightly. And then exhaling, drawing it a little closer to the chest. And then inhale last time, take it away slightly. And then exhale, really lengthen the back of the neck. And then on an inhale, rolling the head up towards the right shoulder. Just rotating the head, making sure that ear is dangling right over the shoulder and taking a stretch down the left side of the neck. And then exhaling, rolling the head back down to center. Inhaling, coming up on the left. So again, just turning your head so that you have that ear right over the left shoulder, stretching out the right side of the neck. And then exhaling, rolling it down to center. Inhaling, coming back on the right. So just moving from side to side then, rolling the head nice and easy, working with the breath, and just easing out any tension you find in the neck. Just keep your spine nice and long here and the shoulders level and still. Just a couple of more of these. And then the next time the chin comes down to center, we're going to pause that practice and inhale, lifting the head back up to between the shoulders and continue with shoulder rolls. So send the shoulders back, circle them up towards the ears and forward. Take them back, roll them up and forward. Inhale as they go back, exhale as they go forward. Just checking in with the shoulders here and just keeping the spine nice and long. And then next time they come to center, just reverse the circles. Send them forward, up and back. Forward, up and back. Still working with the breath. Good. And the next time the shoulders come down to center, we're going to pause that practice and continue with the seated spinal twist. So you're going to take your left hand to the outside of the right knee. Take your right hand behind you. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, turning. So we're looking to rotate on the spinal axis here, rather than leaning, and then turn your head as far as is comfortable. Good. Coming back to center, let's go the other way. So now it's the right hand to the left knee. The left hand is behind you. Inhale, lengthen up, and then exhale, turning. Just anchor the hands down into the leg, into the mat, to draw those shoulders down. Good. One more time either side. So left hand to right knee. Right hand's behind you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rotate. Good. And calming last time to the left side. Right hand, left knee, left hand's behind you. Nice and long on the inhale, and then exhale, turn. Good. And then calming back to center. Lovely. So if you're sitting on a yoga support, you're going to come off. We're just going to do a few more warm-ups on our back. So you're going to come down onto your spine. Just relax completely here for a minute. So just bring your knees to your chest and just take some nice deep breaths in and out of the nose. Just relax. Let the spine completely unwind here. Deep breaths in and out of the nose. And then getting ready to work with the hip roll. So leaving your arms by your side or bringing your hands in front of the knees, then taking a breath in and circling the knees out to the side and then down and away to the bottom of the mat, and then exhaling as they come towards the chest. So inhale, circle them out, down and away. Exhale, bringing them to the chest. Just checking in with the hips. The next time the knees come to center, just sliding the hands to the inside of the knees. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, drop them out to the side, and then just hold. So we're not forcing the knees towards the mat here. Just let gravity do its thing. Taking a nice, easy inside thigh stretch. Keep breathing in and out of the nose. Just relax. Good. And then on an inhale, bringing the knees back to center. A couple of more hip rolls. And then we're going to finish with what we call the sacral circles. You're going to keep your knees together this time, and you can have your arms by your side or keep the hands in front of the knees. Choose which direction you want to go in, and then circle both knees in that direction. Just feel how you're drawing circles on the mat now with the lower spine, giving that area a nice massage. Couple more here. And the next time the knees come to center, we're going to go the opposite way to the way you've been circling. Just do a few more of these. This is super nice for the lower spine, easing out any tension there. Good. And the next time the knees come to center, we're going to pause that practice. You're going to roll over onto one side And we're going to come up into standing. So our energizing sequence today is going to start with mountain pose. So let's just start with getting ourselves into the posture. So you're going to have your feet underneath the hip joints. And just lean back slightly so that your thighs grip and the kneecaps rise, and then come forward just at the point where the kneecaps then relax. And that's where we're nicely balanced over our heels with the knees and the hips nicely stacked. Good. And we're going to turn our palms out about 45 degrees. And then we're going to start lengthening up. So gentle pressure through the soles of the feet. As you start to be drawn upwards through an invisible thread at the top of your head. But you're going to relax. So just keep moving your awareness all around the body. Let go and discover that you can stand without holding anywhere. So just have a little play here. Close your eyes. That always helps just to focus the mind. Keep this engaged so that it doesn't become heavy. So keep sending the energy, the pressure through the soles of the feet into the mat. Get that sense of lengthening. Let go, let go, let go of the tummy. Anywhere that you're holding here, keep breathing nice and easy in and out of the nose. Good, and then we're going to let that finish on the next exhale. If you've got your eyes closed, we're going to open them. We're going to do a bit more active breathing practice here. We're going to do, well, what I call like chakra clearing. So just to demonstrate, we're going to take our arms out to the side, bring them up on an inhale, and then on an exhale, we're going to stack our hands one on top of the other, and then we're just kind of like exhaling, pushing all the negativity and the blocks into the earth as we take in a lovely inhale on the way up. So it starts with your arms by your side. So inhale now, lifting the arms up over your head, stack your hands, and then exhale. Nice big exhale, let it all go. Good. Inhale, lifting the arms up, taking all the goodness, and then exhaling, pushing all that negativity, all the blocks into the earth. Good. A few more of these. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Inhale. And then the last one. Exhale. Let it go. Good, lovely. Now I'm just going to turn to my side here so you can see what I'm going to do next. I'm going to do a bit more active breathing. So we're going to take a breath in and we're going to lift our arms back into cactus arms, and then we're going to exhale, bringing the palms together into temple mudra where the fingers are together pointing like that, and then bringing it back into an inhale. So join me now as we inhale, take it in. And then exhale, sending the shoulders away from the pointed fingers. Drop your head slightly to get the stretch in the neck. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Inhale. And then exhale. So really draw those arms straight. Send the shoulders to the back of the room. Good. Inhale, lift up the head. Exhale. Two more of these. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And then exhale. Good. Lovely. So that's our sort of energizing movement to go with mountain pose. And we're going to work with forward fold. It's going to be a bit dynamic. So what we're going to do is that we're going to bring our arms up on the inhale, and then on the exhale, we're going to sweep back, bringing the arms back, keeping a slight bend in the knee though here, and then inhaling, coming back up. So we're going to do a few of these forward fold sweeps, and then we're going to go into full forward fold afterwards. So with arms by your side then, inhale, lifting up, and then exhaling, sweep the arms back, slight bend in the knee. Inhale, come up. Exhale, sweep them back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. A couple more. Exhale. And the last one, inhale. And we're going to stay on the exhale now. So exhale, come down. And we're going to find ourselves in forward fold. So let's start with the feet then. So bring your weight into the balls of the feet so that we're not jackknifing. So that brings our hips over, our ankles here. Keep a slight bend in the knee. Have your fingers on the mat, or they can rest on the calves or on the shins, or they can hold your elbows here if you don't reach the mat. Either way, there's pressure through the feet to tilt the pelvis forward, sending the tailbone up towards the ceiling, and then just see what there is here. So just breathe, take a few breaths here. So we want to feel that hamstring stretch between the knees and the buttocks. We want to feel it here. Head is heavy. Make sure that head is just hanging like a ripe fruit. Make sure that weight's through the balls of the feet. That accentuates the stretch in the thighs. Lovely. So a couple more breaths here. Good. And then we're going to get ready to come out of forward fold. So we're going to bend the knees. We're going to send the arms up on a big inhale, and then we're going to exhale and let that go. Great. So I'm going to stay side on here because we're going to work with chair pose. And again, it's going to be dynamic. We're going to have some movement in it. So I'll just show you, just to remind you. So we're going to take a breath in, and then we're going to exhale. We're going to sit down. This is a bit like a ski jumper. So we're going to come down, and then we're going to come up. And then we're going to come down and hold. And then we're going to come up and down and hold. So we're going to do a few of these kind of dynamic chair poses. Okay, so it begins with an inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, sweep the arms back, knees bent. Inhale, hold. Exhale, come up. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, sweep them back. Inhale, hold. Exhale. Inhale up, exhale back, inhale, hold. Exhale, come up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sweep them back. Inhale, hold. Good. And then exhale, inhale up, exhale back. Inhale, hold. We're going to do one more of these. Exhale, inhale up, exhale back, inhale, hold. And then exhaling, coming back up. Nice. Okie dokie. So let's work with wide-legged forward fold. Now, if you have a block, you might need a block here, but we're going to face side on. We're going to take our feet about a leg length apart and just make sure that you point your toes in a little bit for balance. And what we're going to do, I'll just demonstrate first. We're going to come forward into half forward fold and just stretch out the backs of the legs here. And if you don't reach the floor, then this is where a block is helpful. And then we're going to come all the way down. And then we're going to do some arm sweeps. So we're going to then start to sway from side to side just to get some movement into the hips. Okay? So that's going to be how we're going to work with it. So standing up then, hands on the hips. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, start to hinge forward. Coming halfway. Nice straight spine here. And this is where the hands connect to the floor through the fingertips, or you have your block here if you can't reach. Either way, just take a few moments here and then start to ground down through those feet. And as you do that, you're going to feel the stretch right up the back of the legs here. Rotate the elbows in so that the chest can open and come through. Keep your head in line with the spine. So just making sure that you're not sticking your chin forward. Keep it nice and in line in the back of the neck. Slight bend in the knee as ever. Good. Take a few breaths here. It's important to roll those elbows in because this is where we rotate them outwards in the shoulders, opens them out. Good. Now we're going to come all the way forward. So take a breath in. And as you exhale, coming down. So let yourself come forward then, bringing the weight to the balls of the feet so that the hips are in line with the feet. So that's important. You can accentuate the stretch here. Let the head hang down, loose. Keep the pressure through the feet. Good. And then we're going to add the movement. So on an inhale, come back up halfway. Exhale, and then as you inhale, exhale to the left. Inhale back to center, exhale to the right. Add the arm sweep now. So go from side to side. And then start to adjust your breath now. So it's an inhale to the one side, exhale to the other. Inhale to the one side, exhale to the other. It doesn't have to be a massive bend in the knee here. Just get that sweeping movement. As if you're seaweed in the ocean, swaying back and forth to the rhythm of the waves. That's it. And next time you come to center, you're going to pause that practice. You're going to take your hands to the hips, nice straight spine, and then on an inhale, you're going to come up. Good. So just bring your feet in and just shake out your legs for a little bit here because we're going to go back into a wide posture, working with Warrior Two. So while you're getting yourself sorted there, I'll just give you a little demo about what we're going to do next. So we're going to take our feet wide again. Turn that right foot out, left foot in. We're going to take a breath in, and then we're going to come into Warrior Two, just making sure that that knee is above the ankle. And then we're going to add some movement. Then we're going to come up on the inhale, and then we're going to exhale back into Warrior Two. So this is Warrior Two with arm lifts. Gets a lot of energy going on. Good. So let's go ahead and do that then. We're going to take our feet wide. Make sure you align your heels, heel to heel. The right foot is pointed to the top of the mat. The left foot is turned in a little bit for balance. So take a breath in then, arms come out. And then as you exhale, bend that right knee. So look down, Make sure you can see at least two toes. So scoot that foot backwards and forwards if you need to. And you probably come forward doing that now. So you're going to bring your torso back to center so that your torso is between the legs. Arms are nice and long here, and your gaze is past that right hand. Good. So the weight is going through both feet. And then we're going to add the movement. So we're inhaling up. And then exhaling, coming back down. Just watch that knee being aligned. Inhale. Come up. Exhale into warrior two. Couple more. Lovely. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then coming back to center. So we're just going to realign ourselves. Let's do the other side. So turn that right foot in, pointing to the long side of the mat. Swivel your left foot out. Just check your heel to heel still. Hips are facing the long side of the mat. Take an inhale, take the arms out. And then as you exhale, so just align yourself now on this side. So the knee up the ankle, you can see the toes. Bring the torso back to center. Chest is nice and open. Gaze past that left hand. Good. Inhale, lift the arms. And then exhale back down. Inhale up. Exhale into warrior two. Inhale up. Exhale. Couple of more. One more. I think there is one more left. Good. Inhale and then exhale into warrior two, and then coming back to center. Good. Zigzagging the arms back in. It's a bit of an arm workout that as well, isn't it? Good. We're going to come down onto the mat. And we're just going to have a pause from all that energizing from our standing posture. So we're going to come into child's pose. So we're going to take the knees out wide. You're going to bring the toes together. And you're going to bring yourself forward. So the forehead is going to go onto the mat. And your arms can be forward, or they can be by your side. And if you feel like you need some support here, it's always a good idea then to have a block to hand in case you need to rest your forehead onto a block. So just find what you need to have here in order to relax completely. And then taking some deep breaths in and out of the chest. It's okay to make adjustments during restorative postures. If you need to adjust your height or use a block, go ahead and do that. A couple of more breaths here in the lovely restorative child's pose. And then on an inhale, we're going to come back up with a straight spine. Good, lovely. Bring the knees back into center. And we're going to be a little bit active in our down face dog. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to come onto all fours. We're going to tuck our toes. And we're going to come up into down face dog. And we're going to do a little bit of a core workout here. So this is where we take the foot up. And then we bring the knee to the left elbow, to the right elbow, and we send the leg back up. And then we do a few more of these down dog crunches is what they're called, but very energizing this. So if we feel like it, we can add these crunches into our down face dog. If we're not feeling like it this morning, then of course just do your down face dog as per normal. But anyway, here we're going to come up into down face dog now. So let's get ourselves nice and aligned first of all. So pressure through the palms of the hands. Your feet are hip width apart. Line your ears with your upper arms. Good. And then keeping that left foot where it is on an inhale, you're going to lift the right leg up. And then exhaling, it's knee to the left elbow, to the right elbow. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, elbow, elbow. Exhale, elbow, elbow. Exhale, elbow, elbow. Exhale, one more. Elbow, elbow. Exhale, bring that right foot down. Working the other side, keep the right foot planted on the mat. Inhale, up goes the left leg. Elbow, elbow. Lift the leg. Elbow, elbow. Inhale. Exhale. To the elbows. One more. Elbow, elbow. Up. Bring the left leg back. Take a breath in. Exhale, drop the knees to the mat. And coming down into your child's pose again. Take the knees out wide, toes together. Forehead onto the mat. And relaxing down. A couple more breaths here in child's pose. Good, and then on an inhale, we're going to come back up and we're going to bring the knees back in. So we're going to work with our cat-cow, and I'll just show you how we're going to work it. So we're going to come onto our all fours, and we're going to have our hands underneath our shoulders and our knees underneath our hips. Now, if we need wrist support, remember, you've got tweaky wrists, just to make a little roll with your mat so that the heel of the hand has got a little bit more support underneath. So if you've got funny wrists, then you can go ahead and do that. But what we're going to do is we're going to have the toes tucked under. We're going to stay in neutral. And then we're going to inhale and lift the leg up. And then we're going to just bring it, the knee to the nose. We're just going to bring it up. But just remember that when we bring the leg up, that we keep ourselves nice and into neutral so that we're not kind of arching our back here. So the movement is this. And we're going to do that on each side. So having your hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath your hips. On an inhale, we're going to start with the right leg. Inhale, lift the leg up, knee bent, sole of the foot towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring it to the nose. Don't worry how far it comes. And then inhaling, lifting the leg up again. And then back and forth. So do this with a controlled movement. So in other words, it's not a swing to force the knee to the nose. So if it only comes here, that's fine. Use the range of movement that you've got, but keeping that spine nice and straight when you lift the leg. I'm going to do one more on this side. Good, and then we're going to place that right knee down onto the mat. Strong through the hands. Remember to keep the shoulders away from the ears. So now we're going to work the left side. So inhale, lifting that left leg up. Keep the foot flexed. And then bring the knee as close to the nose as your movement will allow. Keep your spine nice and straight as the legs come up. Good. Inhale as it comes up. Exhale as the knee comes to the nose. Couple more of these. Good, and then we're going to lower that left knee to the mat. Come onto your forearms now. And bring your tummy down to the mat. So we're lying flat on the mat. Your arms are by your side. And you're going to turn your head to the right. So let your whole body relax. Let the heels flop out to the sides. And take some breaths here. Stretching out your neck. Nice and heavy. And then on an inhale, you're going to lift your head, and as you exhale, you're going to turn to the left, placing the right side of your face onto the mat. And again, just taking some deep breaths there, relaxing down. Good, and then on an inhale, you're going to bring your head back to center. Then you're going to roll over onto your back, and this is where you're going to need your belt. If you've got a belt, we're going to have that now. And we're going to just do some really nice hamstring stretches just to finish off our practice this morning. So what we do is we take our belt around the ball of the foot, and then we nearly straighten it. So you nearly straighten your leg, slight bend in the knee, and then from here, we start to bring that foot towards our face, getting the nice hamstring stretch here. So go ahead and do that. So take the belt around the ball of your foot, nearly straighten, and keep that right leg nice and active with the foot flexed. Slight bend in this left knee, and then start to move that foot towards your face. Now, there is a tendency, perhaps you're not even aware of it, in the spirit of bringing that foot as close to the face as you can, starting to hitch on the hip here so that you start to twist a little. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw that left buttock towards the bottom of the mat, really grounding down through the back of the pelvis there, through the sacrum, to make sure that these hips stay level, so that the stretch is isolated and kept right here into the hamstring without twisting. Just making sure that we've got our spine nice and aligned. And you can rest your arms here on the mat. So you don't have to like hang on for dear life here. Just rest the upper arms on the mat and then literally just play with the ankle here. And we want the stretch between the knee and the buttocks. We want the stretch here. Go ahead. Find your edge here. Try and relax. Fight the hamstrings. They tend to fight back. So just be gentle. Keep grounding down through the sacrum into the mat and the lower spine. Keep that right leg active. Slight bend in that left knee. And breathing. Yes, of course, breathing in and out of the nose. We don't need the shoulders involved, so the shoulders are away from the ears. A couple of more breaths here before we switch over to the other side. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, we're going to lower that left leg down and switch over. Now the belt goes around the ball of your right foot. Let that left leg now be straight and active with the foot flexed on the mat. And then we're going to nearly straighten that right leg. Keep a slight bend in the knee. And then we're going to start to encourage that right foot up towards our face. But remember, keeping the sacrum anchored into the mat here so that we don't twist. Relax the shoulders. Making sure that that hamstring stretch is between the knee and the buttock. A few more breaths here. Good. And I'm going to take a breath in and we're going to lower this right leg and we're going to let go of the belt. And then to finish, we're just going to do a few window wipes just to let the body unwind. And remember, this is where we bend the knees, we take our feet wide, align the outer edges of the feet with the width of the mat. Take your arms out into a cross. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, we're going to drop those knees to one side, but the feet stay on the mat. They roll over onto their side, onto the edges. And just draw that left knee now down towards the mat. Feel that stretch in the left thigh here and right up the left side seam and the front of the left shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale, drop the knees to the left. And same on this side. Draw that right knee in towards the mat to get the stretch now right down the right side. You can add the head roll if you want to. So inhale up to center. Exhale, knees go to the right, head goes to the left, and then vice versa on the other side. So just find your own rhythm here. Work with the breath. Couple more to each side. Lovely. And the next time the knees come to center, we are going to pause that practice, and that is the end of our energizing sequence. So we go from here into our Shavasana. So if you have got a bolster, then it's always nice to have that underneath the knees for support. And take your arms out at a slight distance from the body, palms facing up. And of course, making sure that you've got everything you need for warmth. So putting on some layers, putting on some socks, and then making sure you are completely comfortable. And then after you've made your final adjustments into your posture, then just perhaps do a quick body scan, making sure that you're completely relaxed, and then getting nice and heavy now on the mat. So just let yourself sink down completely into the earth beneath you. Let the breath come in nice and easy now, in and out of the nose in its natural rhythm. And then we're going to disengage with any thoughts, any sounds. Take your awareness within to that place of hovering between fully awake and asleep. And I will let you know when it's time to come out. just bringing yourself back into the body now, back into the room. And just making some gentle movements to the hands, to the feet. And if you want to, taking your arms up over your head and taking a nice long stretch down the length of the body. And then bringing one knee to the chest and then the other. And if it feels all right, hugging the knees and taking a gentle rock from side to side. And then rolling over onto your right side and just pausing there and taking some deep breaths into the back of the chest. And then pushing the upper arm into the mat and gently rolling yourself up into comfortable sitting. And taking your hands to the heart center and thanking the body for the hard work during this practice and for always supporting us in our daily lives. And then hands to the forehead for kind and loving thoughts. Hands to the mouth for kind and loving words. And then back to the heart center for always staying open in love. And we can say namaste. Thank you. Good. And thank you for joining me on this lovely practice, and see you again next time.